welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I am your host, Denise. And this week, the movie that I am going to review is called Love Lies Bleeding. It's in theaters, and it stars Kristen Stewart, Katie O'Brien, and Ed Harris is the other big name actor. The other actors, not too familiar with. Wow. I don't know what I was expecting with this movie, but what I watched for about, maybe 2 hours was not what I was expecting. So, very simply put, this movie is about a gym manager named Lou, that's Kristen Stewart's character, who falls in love with Jackie, who is a bodybuilder who's just passing through town en route to a bodybuilding competition in Las Vegas. Now, this takes place in the 80s. So think of bodybuilding, Mr. Olympic, Olympia competitions back in that day. And think about the women who were into bodybuilding during that time. So that's the era that we're speaking of. So when the movie, gets started, you see our character Lou, who is working in a gym, kind of like, it reminded me of like a Gold's Gym, but kind of like a gym where we just have enough equipment in here for you to get that hardcore workout that you need. There's nothing glamorous or fancy about it. And she's the manager. Well, it turns out that Ed Harris, who plays her father in this movie, he owns the gym. She manages it, but he also owns a driving range, not a driving range, but a shooting range of some sort, a little further out on the outskirts of this town, where they live. So that's his character, and she's managing this place. So Jackie strolls into town. She's all buff and bodybuilding, just kind of hitchhiking her way around, just trying to find a place to sleep for the night. And she comes across a gentleman who works for works at the gym. I believe he's related to Lou in some way, and he also is dealing with Ed Harris's character at the shooting range too. Well, she needs a job. I just need a place to lay my head for a night or two. And he's like, sure, you can camp out in my gym if you let me have sex with you in my car. And she's like, okay. He says, and oh, by the way, I'll even give you a job at the shooting range where I work. So you're killing two birds with one stone. You get a place to lay your head, and you get a place to work. So Lou and Jackie formed this kind of friendship like very quickly. Lou is immediately smitten with Jackie the first time she sees her. And so they kind of, start a conversation after Lou kind of gets Jackie out of like a sticky situation. And so they kind of have this immediate bond, if you will. Well, because Jackie is a bodybuilder, she's taking some steroids, to help her out. But Lou doesn't know this at the time. But Lou just happens to have some steroids just lying around the gym, shoots her up. She gets the high of her life. Next thing you know, the two of them are in a relationship. This movie was wild. The two of them, okay, you're in a relationship, no harm, no foul, but the steroids seem to have a really effect on Jackie, to the point that when she takes them, of course they make you a little bit stronger, but her strength is a little stronger than just some Tylenol or Advil. So the next thing you know, Ed Harris's character, the dad, we find out that he is doing some really shady dealing with someone on the police department, possibly a Mexican cartel of some sort. He's doing some gun, there's guns being sold back and forth. And he, obviously is the one who's supplying the steroids. And so it just becomes very bizarre, to the point that another woman has an interest in Lou. And so she is kind of, a nuisance, but she's going to cause some problems in this relationship and in the movie itself. This movie goes from just two people who kind of fall in love and having sex and shooting each other up with steroids to murder. There is murder going on. There is domestic abuse going on in another situation. Lou is in a totally dysfunctional family, and things just escalate to a point where there is no return. She is not initially involved in these murders, but once they start happening, now you're in it. And now we've got to cover our tracks, and now we've got to clean up all the mess, and now we've got to get rid of people, and it is just bizarre. And so I'm sitting there watching this movie, and I'm like, it wasn't a bad movie. Like I said in the beginning, it was nothing like what I expected, but it just got weird with every moment. Every scene just got crazier and crazier. So if you want to see a movie where, especially Kristen Stewart is, I've never seen her act in a movie this intense. So for me, I was like, whoa, okay, this is a Kristen Stewart I haven't seen before. So if you just want to see something a little different, check out Love Lies Bleeding. I'm not sure how long it will be in theaters, but after I kind of enjoyed it. So there you go. All right, so my nailed it for this week, in honor of the NCAA tournament that's going on, specifically the women who are just, doing so well in this tournament, all these different teams, all these different, players just showing out. This nailed it is from the movie Love and Basketball. It is the scene between Sanaa Lathan and Erica Ringor. They play Monica and Sidra. And this is the locker room scene where after a practice session, Monica, played by Sanaa Lathan, was, kind of smelling herself and kind of showing out in practice. And it was at Sidra's expense. And so she got called out on it. They go into the locker room, and Sidra, within about 35 seconds, lets Sanaa Lathan's character, Monica, know that you were not the first choice. The only reason you are here is because somebody got pregnant and they decided not to come because the recruiting session was over. You were an afterthought. And left her standing there looking stupid, and I was there for it. I loved it. It was kind of mean, but I did love that scene. So that is my Nailed It, Monica and Sidra, the locker room scene from Love and Basketball. All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And remember, we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, "Have you seen it?" with Denise, and there I will be. All right, moviegoers, you know what to do. Until next week, I need you to go see a movie because I'm going to see a movie. Until next week, bye-bye.